Hello, everybody. It's my reaction to DC Fandome 2021. We'll see how this goes. This will be my first time doing a reaction stream, so like I said, we'll see how it goes. It is going to be 4 hours, according to what I saw, so strap in. It's going to be a long show.
I think they've had that in common. They have that to understand each other, and so I wonder how that affects how Ryan presents herself. Mm-hmm. So I'm really looking forward to it. Batwing is amazing. His suit is phenomenal. So
it's chef's kiss. I love that suit so much. I was actually gonna cosplay as that, but it's way too expensive if I were to try to purchase that. So I went with my main man, Robin from Titans. Now, Alex, how about you? I know you're one of the biggest television experts on planet Earth, and probably Tamaran. I know you've probably only physically been to only one of those two places. What's gonna be big for you today?
Well, I am most excited today to see more of Season 3 of Harley Quinn. I absolutely loved how Season 2 ended. We finally got to see Harley and Ivy riding off into the sunset, but now we get to see how they, act as a romantic couple as opposed to a platonic friendship. And I think, there might be a little bit of friction there because, as we know, Harley's a little more clingy and Ivy really enjoys her solitude with her plants. And I think the writers will be smart enough to really play with that in an interesting way. We also left some secondary characters on some really fascinating notes. I'm curious if we're going to see more of the Joker. He had quite the storyline in Season 2. I want to see if Dr. Psycho, maybe he'll come back for revenge. I also want to see if we'll get more of Kite Man, because he ended Season 2 on a very dignified note, but he was still very heartbroken and upset with Ivy. So are we going to see maybe a bitter, resentful Kite Man as opposed to the very affable Kite Man that we know from Season 2? I think that'll be interesting. And I'm also very curious to see if we're going to get a release date for Young Justice Phantoms. There's been a lot of rumors swirling around, but HBO and WB have not commented on those. I think we're going to get the release date today. And there's been a lot of threads that were left off at the end of Outsiders. We had the Legion of Superheroes. We had all the teams kind of coming clean to, with one another. So there's a lot of things that I want to see in Phantoms, and it's been 2 years since Outsiders wrapped up, and Young Justice fans are used to waiting long times between seasons, don't get me wrong, but doesn't mean I don't want to see more of it. So that's what I'm most excited for today.
Absolutely. Now, Christina, are you a fan of any of the animated shows on HBO Max?
Yes. As she just said, I love Harley Quinn. I think it's it's such a great cartoon, and just listen, King Shark, Ron Funches is amazing. Getting to hear, it's just the way that they do it. It feels like a comic, and it makes me happy to just see all these characters come to life, but just be so the acerbic wit. And also,
absolutely.
Come on, we got canon Harley and Poison Ivy.
We got canon Poison Ivy and Harley.
What else?
That's all I've ever wanted.
It's amazing. The Harley. It's such a refreshing take on this character and the other characters in the DC universe. Seeing the way Batman is, and like you said, Alex, the Joker. I mean, it's kind of interesting the way they kind of fleshed his character out. And I'd be kind of curious to see where his character goes, as well as Kite Man, and Bane. They're I love that Bane is kind of like a parody of his version.
Oh, that's right. He's the best man, so he's got to be there super early.
Yep.
Forgot about that. You gonna come in, Rocky? Here we go.
For over 80 years, amazing storytellers from different mediums,
including comic books, TV, films, games, and more,
have created the vast, ever-changing multiverse of stories,
worlds, and characters that have come to define DC.
These iconic worlds have become a part of our own culture.
Gotham City,
Metropolis,
Central City,
Atlantis.
They're mascara in the iconography for DC's heroes.
Images like the Bat symbol, the Batmobile.
Logos like the S shield and the lantern
are immediately recognized.
I don't know why, but I got goosebumps already.
The classic superheroes have inspired.
And the supervillains have entertained.
Generations of fans across the globe.
Peacemaker.
That's who we're here to celebrate today. You, the DC fans.
The passion and the commitment you bring to the world of DC
is what has kept it going for over 80 years
and will keep us going for many more.
And the future of DC is brighter than ever.
Wow, that's the kid. That's the kid who played. Wow, he's old now.
With us all along,
but also inspiring a whole.
It's only been 3 years, but he looks a lot older.
that is the power of DC.
And what powers DC is you.
Sit back for the next few hours and enjoy
as we celebrate the past,
showcase the present, and preview what the future holds.
Welcome to DC Fandom.
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 Thank you, Robert Pattinson.
The most powerful force in the universe is a story. A story shapes hearts and minds, withstands the test of time, and changes the way we see the world. A story turns characters.
Joker, let's go.
Moments into memories, and shows us that heroes come in many forms. And in this fight for truth, justice, and a better tomorrow,
wow,
our story is just beginning.
You guys might want to hold on.
Doom Patrol. Black Manta. What's up?
This is gonna be the start of something huge.
Naomi. Smallville. Blue Beetle. Ooh, Blue Beetle. Let's get some more information about that. That's supposed to be coming out in a few years.
You're part of this too.
Let's go.
How am I part of it? You'll see.
Hype. Let's go.
Who am I?
I think there's something he needs to show me.
The DC universe will never be the same.
Superman theme.
I'm vengeance.
Tiffany Smith, and welcome
Hello,
to the
Tiffany.
much anticipated, fan-inspired, worldwide event, DC Fandome. Did you hear that music? Pretty cool, right? Well, DC Fandome now has its very own score by composer Blake Neely. If you're a credits watcher like me, you'll probably recognize his name from such terrific DC TV shows like, you know, The Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, and so many more. You will be hearing a lot more of Blake's incredible score throughout the show. Now, if you were here last year, then you might have an idea of the kind of awesomeness that is about to come your way. Huge reveals, exclusive content, and a few big surprises. There is so much that I couldn't possibly do this on my own. So, of course, we put together a pretty super team of co-hosts, as well as celebrity hosts that you're gonna get to hang out with all day. So, let's say hello to a few of them right now, starting with our Brazilian friends.
Hello, super fans. I'm Érico Borgo. It is so good to be back at DC Fandom.
This is Aline Diniz e prepare-se para uma viagem fantástica através do multiverso DC.
Hi friends, mabuhay mga kababayan. My name is Gino Killiamore and I couldn't be more excited to share what DC has in store for you.
Bonjour les fanatiques, Teriel TM here. Vous n'êtes pas prêts. DC is doing it up big this year.
Hola mundo, I'm Gabby Cam, and all of us here are just as excited as you are to be back at DC Fandom. So sit back, get comfy, and get ready for the biggest celebration of all things DC.
G'day mates, I'm Jaden Rodriguez. Today we gather from all
G'day
around the
from
globe
Australia.
to celebrate our love for DC Comics and the stars and creators who bring them to life. This is Warner Brothers and DC's way of saying thank you to the fans for your loyalty, dedication, and passion for the characters and the stories in the DC universe. Later in the show, you're not going to want to miss this, the much anticipated new trailer for The Batman.
And gamers, get ready for the Gotham Knights game.
Javisha Leslie flies into action as Batwoman.
And we're also diving in deep with my man, Jason Momoa.
And getting a mouthful from King Shark and Harley Quinn.
Shazam Zachary Levi enlightens us on the fury of the gods.
We're taking the fast lane with The Flash, plus Naomi, Doom Patrol, Peacemaker, and some surprises.
With so much to share, let's kick things off in a really big way with one of the biggest stars to ever rock the DC universe, Black Adam.
Trailer?
I've never seen the likes of it before.
Pierce Brosnan?
Having done James Bond for 10 years, 4 films, nothing compares to this.
I play Hawkman.
Hawkman, let's go!
Atom Smasher.
Dr. Fate.
Oh, Dr. Fate, let's go!
The whole charge is Dwayne Johnson.
He's more brutal, uncompromising, fueled by the depths of his pain. He's Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Oh man, I thought that was a trailer. Still hyped though. Dwayne Johnson?
Hey DC Fandome,
Woo!
and hello to everyone watching around the world. I am so excited right now to be here and to talk to you about the man in black himself, Black Adam. Now, as you guys know, this character, this film, this universe has been a gigantic passion project of mine for a very long time. And I have worked so hard, worked these hands, these calluses, my fingers to the bone on this project because it's the kind of project that I know comes along once in a lifetime. And the truth is, I was born to play Black Adam. Now, we've just started the post-production process, which is so exciting. And the film has, without question, some of the biggest action sequences I have ever been a part of. And I am so proud and excited of our incredible team who are working away to create breathtaking, holy shit scenes that I know you're really going to love. Now, even though we're still working away, this is DC Fandom. So I felt like I had to bring you guys just a little something special. Now, you know me, guys, and you know, I always like to say that you, The audience, the people, you guys are my #1 boss. So I got together with my director,
Trailer?
Colette Sarah, and we put
Trailer.
together a little glimpse of one of the opening scenes of the movie
Ooh.
when Black Adam is first
Opening
revealed.
scene glimpse.
Now what you're gonna see here is why the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. I hope you enjoy this very first look at the man in black himself, Black Adam.
All right, let's see it. Ooh.
She's out.
Is that the man? There he, is that the man? It's the man. Holy shit. I'm in. Let's fucking go. All right. July 29th.
What a way to start the show. Dwayne Johnson was honestly born to play Black Adam, am I right? And if you've been following him on Instagram, he's definitely been working hard to make sure his body looks just right for this role. Once again, if you're just joining us, I'm Tiffany Smith, and you know how I mentioned earlier we were gonna have some celebrity hosts for the show? Well, let's not waste any time and bring one of them in right now, real quick. I know you were hoping
Ezra
to see
Miller?
this guy, TV's Flash, aka Barry Allen, aka
Oh.
Grant Gustin in the house.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, Grant? Thank you so much for joining us from set.
Thank you, Tiffany. I wouldn't miss experiencing DC Fandome with all the fans who are watching today.
Yeah, I am so excited for it as well, but we are here to talk with you about The Flash, and we have to talk about the end of season 7. What was it like seeing Nora again and meeting Bart? Is it a weird feeling for you to talk to your future kids who are basically like the same age as you?
Yeah, it has always been a little weird to play the father role with actors who are essentially the same age as me. But it's, you know, and for Barry, it was obviously a very emotional reunion with Nora and to meet Bart for the first time. But you know, for me, it's just fun. Like, I've always loved working with Jessica, who plays Nora, and you know, she's so sweet and so talented. And I'd never met or worked with Jordan before, but we have a lot of mutual friends, and we had a lot of fun together. So yeah, it was a blast having both of them on set.
Okay, so at DC Fandome last year, you touched on something the fans and you have been really hoping to see for years. Tell us about this obsession of yours with the gold boots on the Flash.
It's less of an obsession and more, it's just always been the final element that I think has been missing from our suits, you know? And I've loved all the versions of the Flash suit that we've had on the show, but the suit that we have now in particular, I think is kind of the closest to a lot of the different iterations you see in the comic books, with the exception of those gold boots. And I've always felt like the gold boots would just be the nice final touch.
Now, although I'd love to keep the combo going, we've got to toss this over to where Grant's TV wife is standing by.
Thanks, Grant. It is so great to be here talking to DC superfans. My role as reporter Iris West Allen on The Flash has given me the skills needed to properly introduce DC Fandome's news flashes. The time has finally come. Grant and Barry Allen finally get the gold boots for season 8 of The Flash. Here is the first official look at the new costume.
Look at you smiling. How excited are you to finally have the boots?
Yeah, I'm very excited that fans get to see the first look at the boots. I'll probably be running around Vancouver in them. So I'm really excited you guys got to see a first look at the boots.
Thanks so much, Grant. I'm looking forward to seeing you in action in those coveted gold boots, but I know it's going to be awesome on the show. And hey, it's been fun kicking it here with you. Yeah, sorry. Dad jokes, they're just gonna keep coming. Coming up, we've got some never-before-seen footage from the Suicide Squad game, Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom, Harley Quinn, and all the Batmans. Or Batmen. You know what I mean. Now, not only do we here in the DC Fandome want to know what you out there in the fanverse think, but we wanted to know what you can do. You sent in the best of your best cosplay and fan art, and here is just a sample of some of the amazing talent out there in the DC fandom.
That was fan art. That looked like a straight up comic strip. Aquaman.
Aloha DC Fandome. I apologize for the 4-year wait.
Oh my gosh, I've been there since 2017.
But I'm very proud of the sequel because it's tackling a lot of issues environmentally. Stakes are higher, and I'm just excited because I had a big part in my boy James, you know?
Super to see you, man.
Check it out. I'm excited for you to see it. Tides are changing. It's important. The tides are changing.
Like the comic book, the world of Aquaman is so big and so rich.
It's epic, it's huge, it's colorful. The world is at stake.
I'm super excited to be back making the sequel. I have so much invested into it. I love this character, I love what it represents. There's nothing that I've ever been a part of that's like this.
People are gonna be in for a treat. When Aquaman 2 comes out, they're gonna get a movie that's more mature, but yet still retain its fun, to give the audience something different, something new that they haven't seen before.
The success of that movie as the biggest DC movie of all time shows what James Wan and his team were able to do. And in this second film, we have turned the dials up to 11. It has the action, the fun, the heart.
Action!
Superheroes and supervillains have entertained generations of fans across the globe.
Good, you got it? We put that in the movie?
To play around with this cast again is quite a trip. We're having a blast. This movie's a lot of fun.
Oh, Orm's gonna be in the sequel?
So I think James is really excited to go all out.
This is an exciting scene. We better get to a little bit of action.
It's gonna be a fun adventure, like it was the first time, just better.
We see that Black Manta is still seeking his vengeance to try and kill Aquaman.
As he should be. That's his rival.
Be something that's exciting for the audience, something for them.
Oh, that is Orm.
Swept up into the world of Aquaman.
Is Orm gonna be a good guy in this movie?
About to kick some ass.
It's a globe-trotting story. We visit so many different worlds. This movie isn't afraid to embrace its fantasy and go on this magical journey. I think it's gonna be really awesome.
I'm in, let's get it. All right, December 16th, even later than Black Adam.
Aquaman. Now there is a cool gig I could get used to.
We still have another year and 2 months before we get to see Aquaman 2.
In the day, carrying a gigantic pitchfork at night with some facial hair all over my face. So you could imagine my excitement when I heard I was cast in the next Aquaman. I was like, hey, hold up. What about Jason Momoa? How did he take the news? Apparently he was extremely happy for me. He thought I would be the perfect fish in HBO Max's upcoming Aquaman King of Atlantis animated miniseries. Here's a splash of what's to come. I'm splashing.
Ooh, kind of rough. Oh, God.
He is Aquaman, and he just became King of Atlantis.
Thank you. Is there a different throne we could...
No. And the fate of his people, of his home, of all the world is in his hands.
That's right.
So yeah, no pressure. Join Aquaman for the undersea adventure of a lifetime. Aquaman, King of Atlantis, 3-part special event, now streaming.
Huh? Ocean Master? Hey, Ocean Master, you out there anywhere?
I think he's gone.
So be it. Farewell.
I think that's gonna be a pass from me.
I hate this. We're supposed to be getting revenge on him, not saving him.
It's fine. It'll still be the same mission. Get Ocean Master, punch him, and bring the Trident back to Atlantis.
Yeah, but it's less fun now.
True, but if you don't bring Ocean Master back, everyone's definitely gonna think you 100% killed him.
And I won't even get to. That's the worst part.
Where do you think they went?
I don't know. I have to ask for help from the only people who don't think I'm a total joke. People who are not people. People who...
Just say fish.
Fish. I'm talking to the fish. Yeah, I'm talking to the fish. Like this one, that one, her or him. Or maybe even this. I send down the kind of sonar. It intercepts their brains. They shoot it back to me. And it goes inside my face. They tell me their thoughts and fears. They tell me secret things. They all love me and I love them because I am their king.
Hello mates, Jaden Rodriguez in the DC Fandome. Wow, look at this place. After that last segment, I've got that song, Talking to the Fish, stuck in my head. And if you can't get enough of this tune, well, you can listen to it right now on Spotify. I'd like to introduce to you 2 legends in the comic book and entertainment world. Milestone Media partner, Reggie Hudlin, and Milestone Media co-founder, Dennis Cowan. And a familiar face from the DC family, Echo Kellum. Take a look.
All right, hey everybody, I am Echo Kellum, and first of all, I hope you guys are having a blast at DC Fandome 2021. Now, we have a really great program in store for you guys today, and to get things started, I would like to introduce you all to 2 legends in the comic book and entertainment world, Milestone Media partner, Reggie Hudlin, and Milestone Media co-founder, Dennis Cowan.
Sound and claps.
Yeah, that's like applause everywhere. Now, first of all, I'm so happy to be able to interview you guys. Static Shock was such a huge thing for me growing up and whatnot. But for those of us who might not know, could you please tell us what Milestone and Milestone Media is?
Milestone was founded in, actually was founded in the 90s by myself with Derek Dingle, Michael Davis, and Dwayne McDuffie. The late, great Dwayne McDuffie. People of color are underrepresented in this industry, especially, I mean, in the entertainment industry in general, but especially in comic books. So we all got together with the idea of doing comic books for
Static Shock live action movie win.
Color. The best way to do that was to get together and to create a line of books that would reflect and represent our culture. So that's what we did. We started with a book called Static, and we did a book called Hardware. Icon and Rocket was the next one, followed by The Blood Syndicate, and we launched in 1992 to great acclaim. It was very successful and kind of changed the game in comics in a major way. And suddenly, people who were underrepresented now had representation. It was a big deal, and it was a lot of fun to do, but it was a lot at that time.
You guys have already made big strides since the Fandome 2020 panel with the launch of Static Season 1 and Icon and Rocket Season 1 and Hardware Season 1, the limited series. So What's the feedback been like from fans, new and old, seeing these characters in their renaissance?
It's really been great. People were like, about time, you were taking too long, but now you're here, you're living up to expectations. It's a lot of commentary from a lot of different types of people. They love the art. They're like, oh my God, I love this kind of, black anime style that's, you guys didn't get stuck in the past. You kept it relevant, you kept it edgy to what's now. They really love the dynamic between Static and his dad. I relate to it a lot as a reader. I'm like, wow, that's like me and my father. I try to be like that with my son. It's great stories, but it's in that Milestone tradition of what are stories you're not going to read at any other company. Milestone is a unique style of storytelling which delivers quality superhero action because the founders were all the top creators in the business then and now, and at the same time, really speaking to where people of color are and what our challenges are in the 21st century.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very cool. And I know you were talking about the universe and whatnot. So well, comic book fans, they obviously love the notion of a connected universe. Will we see some of the characters from season 1 titles begin to appear in each other's books?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely part of the plan. I mean, we're working so far ahead. We actually already know how season 1 is going to end and how, things might advance from there. So we can tell you with all confidence to the fans out there that yes, the characters will appear in each other's books and meet each other. And there is an interconnected, Dakotaverse, Milestone universe within these books. So that's one of the things that we've been focusing on and doing it.
What else is in the works? What's coming up?
Well,
we have a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah, all these books have been really successful. So you'll be seeing season 2 of Icon and Hardware and Static and Icon and Rocket. But there's a book that everyone's been like, yo, what's going on?
Are you going to bring it back?
What's our
up with
favorite?
That? We liked the other stuff, but
yeah, come with our thing.
What's
so
up?
Blood Syndicate, which is, a shocking number of people's favorite book from the original Milestone line, will be coming back. And a lot of people have been shocked about how hard the Loon line of books have been. Blood Syndicate, that's all I'm saying.
Could you guys talk about a little bit of the compendium that's coming out, the Milestone compendium that's having all the old comics or something like that coming in, right?
Yeah, again, we're trying to give people what they want. So many fans have been like, Reg, we're so excited you're bringing the new books back, but my mom threw out my books, or I moved and there was some water damage, so I lost all my original copies, or I was too young back then, but I want to catch up with the old school as well as the new school. So it's a giant book, It's going to be huge.
1,300 pages of material. Soft cover, 1,300 pages of collecting the first runs of Hardware and Icon and Rocket, Static, everything. And this is volume 1.
I keep hearing this aspect that you really want to bring the media back into Milestone media, right? Can you talk to us about some of those potential projects that might be existing outside of the comic book realm?
They're not might. They're real.
Existing.
They're happening. We've got 2 movie projects in development right now. The script that Randy McKinnon is writing for the live-action feature film version of Static is, he's hard at work right now. We're going to be getting that soon. So live-action Static Shock is a real thing. That's in the works.
Yes, let's go.
Warner Brothers is excited about it. We're excited about it.
Michael B. Jordan's excited about it.
Michael B. Jordan's producing the movie with us. Here's the new announcement that no one knows yet. This is Fandome breaking news, which is the first Milestone animated feature film is now in the works.
Okay.
We just hired an amazing writer, and if you guys have been reading Hardware, you know how dope he is as a writer.
Brandon Thomas.
Brandon Thomas
has been hired to write our screenplay for our animated feature, and in conjunction with Warner Brothers. And we're very excited about that. That's going to be a massive project.
Massive.
With more than one character.
Yeah.
this is going to be the thing that Milestone fans have been really dreaming about for a long time. And we're happy to give it to them finally. So, you know, not only are we doing live action, we're doing animation.
Yeah.
And we're bringing it, so.
Yeah. So, compendium, all the classic, old school, Milestone material. We've got the Black History Month book that's in the works, and 2 movies in the works.
Wow. I mean, you guys are dropping some major kernels and awesome news, but I'm hearing that there is some news that you guys are kind of holding back, some really big news. Can you guys tell everyone about how Milestone is working to create the next wave of great superhero storytellers?
We're doing a program that we're so excited about. It's in conjunction with DC Comics. DC has a program called NGDC, Next Generation DC. It's a large program. We're doing a part of that program called the Milestone Initiative. We're partnering with Ally, and they're working with us to bring the next generation of comic book artists, writers, colorists, editors, letterers, and all aspects of the comic book industry to comics.
You know, there's a lot of talented people. The same way you look at the Black presence in music, the Black presence in film and television, is now to have that, it's time for us to have that same impact on the comic industry. You know, pioneers like Dennis, like Dwayne, like Cal Baker, like Christopher Priest, you know, these are the folks who just, you know, they had a machete, and then the machete broke, then they had a butter knife, but they kept cutting their way through the woods, and they cleared a path. And now we're saying, come on, let's go.
Right, right, because none of it, all of it's meaningless unless there are people behind you who are also doing the same thing and even better from that path that you made. So that's why this is very important to us, and we're very excited about our relationship, you know, with DC and Ally.
So what we want everyone to do is, if you have interest in any aspect of this business, you know, in terms of comic books, in terms of animation, all these different fields, apply to the program.
Yes.
We won't take everybody, but we're going to take the, you know, the best of the bunch, and, you know, we'll put you in seminars and training sessions with some of the most talented people in our field. You're going to hear from the best of the best, and we're going to groom you to be the next generation of superstars. We need you.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say, like, as a young creator, this is like such amazing news. The fact that you guys are helping representation in this field, it's critical, and POCs and LGBTQIA groups will be very, this is just really great work, and I'm sure Dwayne is smiling from heaven with just how you guys are honoring his legacy and just continuing to do some really great work. That's really awesome. That's really dope. I'm very happy to hear that. Well, I want to thank my guests, Milestone exec Reggie Hudlin and Dennis Cowan, for joining us today. And I want to thank you for being a part of our DC Fandom 2021. Be sure to keep watching for more news, fun, and excitement as DC Fandom continues.
All right.
What an amazing opportunity for our fans. A special shout out to Ally for backing that program. The next segment is one of my favorites because it celebrates our fans. And here is just a sample of the amazing talent out there in the DC fandom.
Oh, cosplay? That's cool. Wow. Is that not Gal? What the hell?
Wow, such incredible talent out there. And I hear that Jim Lee will be announcing the winners at the end of the show. So stay tuned to see if you've been chosen. Now, back over to you, Candace, for some more breaking news.
DC and Webtoon recently partnered to bring our iconic superheroes and supervillains to new and old fans, kicking off the collaboration with Batman Wayne Family Adventures, a smash hit inspired by the fandom around the Bat family. All your fan favorite characters like Stephanie Brown, Cassandra Cain, Barbara Gordon, and Duke Thomas will have their own featured episodes and arcs in this hilarious slice of life series, only available on Webtoon. And DC fans can expect more.
I knew all those names, or I knew Barbara Gordon. I didn't know the rest of them.
Sneak peek.
Still to come, Peacemaker, Gotham Knights, and The Batman.
Hello, it's me again, international superstar and superhero.
Oh.
Now, as some
I
of
just
you may know,
realized
I
he's
actually
from
got my
Suicide
start in Green
Squad.
Lantern, issue number 173
I just realized
in
that.
1984.
Yes, okay.
Well, actually, I was just 2 years old then, because I'm talking, of course, about my super dope comic character, Javelin. You know, the one with the huge...
Okay, yeah, I didn't put that
Yeah,
together.
that's
That
the
was
one.
my fault.
As you saw earlier, I also play a hilarious animated fish in the Aquaman King of Atlantis series you just saw. Boy, I am so multi-talented. Watch out. 2 things I can do. Anyway, over the years, Javelin and his impressive collection of pointy poles has popped up in many different scenarios. But I gotta say, I'm really digging where he ended up. No, I don't mean dead, but with that infamous team of supervillains, the Suicide Squad. And for those of you who were worried about Javelin's fate, fear not. I'm here to tell you today that Javelin is still alive and, spoiler alert, will be applying to head up the Justice League after their fate is revealed in the huge new video game Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. Yeah. You are about to get a sneaky peeky, so don't go anywhere, because it is going to be a massive, and we know when it comes to the universe of DC video games and Javelins, size matters. Let's take a look.
Okay, let's go. Arkham.
All of you are the worst of the worst of the worst.
Arkham Asylum.
You're good at what you do, even if what you do is far from good. Welcome to Task Force X.
Amanda Waller.
Let me take a look at you. A musclehead, a nut job, something that offends my eyes, and a homeless person. You're perfect.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing.
Copyright claim.
One-way ticket written all over.
Whatever.
Oi, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here.
Eyes up, people.
You're not talking about Call of Duty.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive.
I was just about to do
Is to kill the Justice League.
Wonder what's going on with the Justice League in this game.
Raise your hand if taking on the Justice League is the worst idea you've ever heard.
I kinda zoned out.
Brainiac.
You'd crawl out of your cells, swoop in, save the day.
Which superheroes did you say you were?
Remember, your heads are ticking. He's not gonna make it.
Ooh, okay.
Waller, the penguin is in flight. Repeat, the penguin is in flight.
Then let
Huh.
his wings.
Oh my god, he's getting up!
Hitting him again.
He's ran out the door! Somebody stop him!
Did that get him?
No, it very much did not get him. Waller, blow up his head.
Okay, I'm in. I'm in definitely. I love the humor in that. That was great. I'll be right back.
Wow. Definitely don't want to get on Amanda Waller's bad side. Maybe it's a good thing Javelin is not in the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. Okay, still there? Of course, in the movie, I was hoping I'd come back to life in the end credit sequence, but no such luck. Maybe that'll happen in the VHS version of The Suicide Squad. Double fingers, double crossed. Let's do this. I mean, look, John Cena gets a spin-off series, but not me. Flula Borg, I'm delicious. Where's my show? The Suicide Squad is fast becoming a huge franchise for DC, with comic books, huge movies, the games of video like you just saw. Not starring me, apparently. Spin-off series, also not starring me, rude. And music videos. Fine, I'll make my own. I have a phone. Anyway, if you go to the clubs like I do with me and my bester friend, squad friend, King Shark, you'll know this next song is all the rave. Give me those glow sticks. Yeah, don't give them to him.
Sorry guys, I got some food here. Vegetarian.
Num num. Num num.
Really?
No.
King Shark, via my airphone.
Num num.
That is what you're thinking about right now.
No. Hungry. Peacemaker. Nothing like me. We're all gonna die.
No way. No way. No way.
And
Bird.
we're all gonna die.
Excuse me.
We're all gonna die.
Just try to get that song out of your brains now, baby sharks. Of course, I'm happy to be a part of such an amazing squad, and that includes you, the fans. Thank you for supporting everything the Suicide Squad. We heart you, I think it goes like that, and I know I'm not alone when I say that. I have proof for you. Here is a very special message from all my squad buddies to share. Check me out. I mean, check it out. It's this week. I'm not a narcissist. I donate.
From the entire Suicide Squad, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you.
None of this would be possible without you.
You are the reason why we do what we do.
As a director, I feel truly blessed.
We are so incredibly grateful and lucky to have you.
Wow, I don't know what to say, guys. It's so unexpected. I just feel so loved. I don't have a speech prepared or anything. But just say that you are so welcome.
John, we're not thanking you, mate.
We're thanking all the fans.
Oh yeah, yeah, right. I mean, of course, the fans, right? They know I like to joke around, which is exactly what that was. It's a joke.
Sure, John.
What John means.
Oh, Danielle
is that
Melchior.
he
I
would
love her.
also like to thank you, our amazing fans.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Okay, you guys know that was a joke. The Suicide Squad would be absolutely nowhere without the support of the fans.
You guys love these characters as much, if not more, than we do. And I truly want to thank you for your passion. Flula, man, I'm sorry, bro. Javelin would have made a great character for a spin-off. Hey, you know what? Maybe we can see about getting him involved somewhere down the line on Peacemaker. I mean, no promises. James Gunn created this whole thing for HBO Max, and he has a vision all worked out, but we'll see what we can do. And if you want to hear more of what's in store for Peacemaker, you can join James, myself, and my amazing castmates for some additional insights. Hey everybody, John Cena here. I'm the set of Peacemaker.
Oh, no! Every time you were shooting, he went, ow!
Why am I doing this?
They said you couldn't get a job.
Get up. Oh, hi. 23andMe says I might be 26% asshat. I know my last name is Smith. That's a generic fucking name. The reason it's Smith is because we came over as asshats, and I had to change it on Ellis Island.
Hey everybody, I'm James Gunn. Today we're talking all things Peacemaker. Of course, I'm joined by my behind-the-scenes partners in crime, executive producers Peter Safran and Matt Miller, and our fantastic cast, Peacemaker himself, John Cena, Danielle Brooks, who plays a character of my own making, Leota Adebayo, Jennifer Howland and Steve Agee, Amelia Harcourt and John Economos, and Chuck Owuji as Clemson Mern, and finally, Freddie Stroma, who is our vigilante. So, guys, let's get into it.
It goes without saying, I miss you guys. It's great to see you all.
Miss you so much. Miss you too.
John, were you surprised when Peter called you up and said, hey, you know, we're thinking about doing a Peacemaker TV series?
I was surprised, but man, I was more than ready and I was more than excited, and I'm glad we got the opportunity.
Freddie, for you, you came in and you're playing the oddest character of everybody, Vigilante Adrian Chase. And you're not that odd.
Yeah, no, I'm so pretty vanilla. I love it. I really like. As soon as I started reading the sides, I was just like, oh, I really like this character. And he has just that kind of,
guys.
You know, a really fun relationship with Peacemaker, and obviously working with John was just incredible.
I've seen Freddie, but for how many of the rest of you are you hearing him talk with a British accent for the first time?
Oh, me? Yeah. And I'm like, my brain is melted. I can't believe it.
So, Danielle, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character in general, who she is, and what's her story?
This is all new to her, you know, and so she's coming in very green. She used to work with animals, and now she's been thrown into this completely different world.
You brought her to life. You really did. And you do inhabit a role in this very special way. And it was just so fun to see you flow.
For Harcourt, her relationship with Adebayo, this new member of the team that's coming in and that Harcourt does not trust, it was something really unexpected for me when I met Danielle, and I literally could not hate her. Like, she is just she's the most lovable, warm, wonderful person.
The sisterhood of Harcourt and Adebayo is a wonderful thing to see.
It feels like that's part of, sorry, James.
No, go ahead, Chuck.
The first day we shot, at least I shot in John Cena's trailer. And it was the scene where we all, the team, meet John Cena. And Danielle, you made her continuously improvise, being nervous. And she would, I mean, that improvisation there were tears running down people's eyes, and it went on. And Danielle was put on the spot, and the things that were coming out of her, and to the point where off camera, Steve Agee just had to get his camera out and film it.
I was just gonna say, it reminds me of how often working with Steve, you'd you know, be in a scene and you'd look over behind the camera and there's Agee filming you.
This is like my first day with the cast, like all the cast too, and Steve Agee is recording, everybody's laughing. John Cena's holding character, so he's making me nervous. Everything, it was crazy, but it was one of the things I will never, ever, ever forget.
It's okay if you do forget it, because I have it all on video.
I freaking love everything about your 6'7", yourself, however tall you are.
That's about right.
Freddie was such a warm spirit to come into the space as well. Like, you know, even though he was new, he jumped right in fearlessly and worked with us. And Jacuti is the real deal from day one. You're just like, oh my gosh, he elevated all of us to bring our best. So it's been really great getting to work with everybody, and you just really made a girl's dream come true to get to tell this story with you all. And this is not a world that a person like me normally gets to be a part of at all. To have the action portion and also the depth of a person, I am so thankful for you.
I love you. I just think you're the greatest. Although, you know, I'm surprised you did give Chuck so many, compliments, because you would often come over to me and say, that I was supposed to tell Chuck to watch you to see how it's done.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody had to get on my level.
James, I remember you said to me on set one day that only Eagly competed with Chuck in terms of being a really great actor. You said that was the only one.
I think we have not brought up Eagly, who of course steals the show.
He's Peacemaker's pet eagle, and he's Peacemaker's best friend. As a dowel with some green tape on it, Eagly stole the show.
Yeah, that's true.
I also got to say that this is probably the third or fourth thing I've worked with James on, and I've never seen him more giddy working on something in my entire life. I mean, there was one night we were shooting, and the whole time, it was like 3 in the morning, and James is just running around laughing like a maniac, and he kept saying, I can't believe they're letting me shoot this.
Yeah, that's the happiest night of my life. I'm like, that was Warner Brothers' funeral that they let me do that. We'll see.
I have one. I mean, this is, I believe, the only show that has John Cena dancing for 4 minutes in his tighty whities to the choir boys. I don't believe there's ever been a show that offers that up.
The memorable tighty whities.
Okay, so we're going to be taking some questions from the fans. These came from Instagram and Twitter. So at Remy.c.l asked, was there any characters you wanted to put in Peacemaker but couldn't? I guess that's a question to me. The answer is no. I got to put it in every character I wanted to. For John Cena, at Popsignite asks, what was the most difficult part of becoming Peacemaker?
I think it was just getting comfortable being a super asshole. I'm normally just a normal asshole, and I think just being a high-octane asshole was probably the most difficult part.
Was that really difficult? Because it seemed to come to you pretty easily. Okay, here's a big question. I guess we can throw this to Matt and Peter. What can we expect for the show? Asks at MagicCM1210.
Well, I mean, I think what we can expect is a truly original superhero show. James wrote all 8 episodes. He directed 5 of the 8. And it's just got that unique tone that James brings to all the content that he creates. So I think it's something pretty special.
Yeah, I would also just add to that with the action and the spectacle and the emotion and the comedy is also like this workplace comedy at the center of it, about all of these characters that kind of come together. It's like The Office as a superhero show.
With more people getting shot in the face than in the office.
Occasionally, yeah.
So, at Smrooty Anmol asks, is Peacemaker going to go through a journey of changing from a jerk to a lovable hero in the series? Or will
Please
he
say no.
remain
Please say
that
no.
crazy, not to be trusted
Crazy asshole.
liberator?
Let's go.
That's kind of a spoiler.
I was gonna say questions that can't be answered. That's
Oh,
perfect.
come on.
It's right up my alley. We just can't give anything away. You'll have to watch and see on HBO Max.
What about the rest of you? What did you feel about, seeing Peacemaker's journey on this show?
Can't really say much, so I just, there's definitely great character arcs that you will thoroughly enjoy as an audience.
You root for him regardless of his past, and you hope that he will change. And I just thought that was such an interesting thing to explore with the series.
I think one of the interesting things about Adebayo and Peacemaker is that on paper they seem very different. They seem like polar opposites, but they actually have a ton of things in common. And one of the things that they're both dealing with is loyalty versus morality, and not disappointing people that mean the most to them, and finding the beauty in each other, even though their worlds are completely different. So that was a lot of fun to play with and definitely added to the layers of our two characters.
That's extremely well said.
She's the only one he gets along with. She's the only one that thinks he's funny, you know? She laughs at him. She blows off the stuff that he says that's stupid and realize he's an ignorant asshole. And that, to me, is really special because it is so much of what the show is about.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and I'm just grateful to be a part of this crew because no one came in with an ego. Nobody came in with a chip on their shoulder, but everyone comes in with a history, with something to offer, with a set of skills, and it's a bold step. You're James, you're taking a step into trying to grow the genre, and we're going to do it with 8 episodes, and hopefully we have more. But everyone has their moment, and that certainly comes from your writing.
Really quickly, there was a sense of, you know, we're going to have fun doing this, so that really helped. And that came top down. The shit rolls downhill, you know.
It's been such a great experience and such a fun, massive experiment that, you know, I just can't wait to share it with the fans, you know, DC fans and just fans in general.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, everybody, for giving us all so much time. I really appreciate it. I hope everybody's well, and I hope to see everybody soon.
Good to see
Bye, guys.
everyone.
Miss you.
Bye-bye.
Miss you all. Oh, man, thank you guys so much for all your questions. I'm stoked to see that you guys are so excited about the series, almost as excited as I am. I know I had a great time. I hope you guys did. But before we let you go, I have a little surprise for you. It's an exclusive, never-before-seen first look at a Peacemaker teaser.
Ooh, let's go.
Jamil, you cool?
What does that mean?
Truth is, you're supposed to be in prison.
For what?
Superhero stuff.
What superhero are you?
Peacemaker.
Get out of here! There's no superhero called Peacemaker!
Dude, I'm famous.
You're a born killer with expertise in every weapon known to humankind. I'm giving you the chance to stay out of prison and work for me.
Kill people.
Bad people.
This is Harcourt. Be a handler in the field. John Economist, Tech and Tactics. And this is our new recruit, Adebayo.
You don't have to shoot people after I already killed them.
Right. Who's the guy that's peeking out behind the trash can?
Vigilantes, trying to be helpful.
Our first target is Senator Royland Goff. Goff may be
Whoa, an
traveling with
eagle.
his family.
Oh, man, eagly.
Are you sure those 2 kids came out of those parents? That's an attractive couple, and that one looks like it came out of them, but the other one looks like a butt baby.
A butt baby.
Yeah, my older brother told me there's 2 types of babies. One that comes out normal, and then butt babies. Worse in every way, they come out of a woman's butt. No, I believed I was a butt baby until I was like 14.
That explains a lot. There's something about him that's sad.
Hey, Dad.
I did my sperm.
Oh, let's go.
Boy like you.
No, lately I'm just thinking maniac.
Hey, no!
That's because we're born killers. What separates us from other killers is we only kill bad people. Usually. Unless there's a mistake.
You use being a jerk as a way to push people away.
You suck at PowerPoint.
But if you would just drop that, people actually might like you.
There it is. The dancing in tidy whities. Eagly. Aw.
Oh my God. He's hugging me. He's hugging me. Dad, grab my phone. I don't want to move. Dad?
Alright, I'm in. Looks good.
Still to come, Supergirl, DC League of Super Pets, and a first look at the Flash movie.
Ooh, I hope that DC League of Super Pets is a live action movie. That'd be cool. I don't know if it will be, but you never know. I feel like we've had Super Pets before, but they were just animated. I want to see another animated Super Pets. I want to see a live action Super Pets.
Yes, I'm super
Grant
excited
Gustin.
for an up-close and personal look at the Superman family of characters and shows. I'm actually a lifetime fan of the Man of Steel, and now there's more Superman content than ever before. From the hit series Superman and Lois, give it up for Superman and Lois, Tyler Hoechlin and Elizabeth Tulloch.
Thanks, Grant.
Thank you, Grant. Needless to say, we're big fans of you too. And we're so excited to be here. Thank you to the fans for giving Superman and Lois such a warm welcome into your homes. Thanks to you, we're coming back for a second season.
But wow, season 1, you had a secret brother. Lois had a lot going on with just about everyone. Jordan found out he has powers, Jonathan doesn't. And remember how cute you looked when you were coaching high school football? The sky is the limit for Superman and Lois, especially in season 2. Here's a behind-the-scenes look at our first day back on set. Why, hello, DC fandom. Welcome to the Kent home.
Well, if you'd like to come in, just wipe off your shoes first. It's dusty out there.
Hey, everyone. So we're just going to take you on a brief tour of the house. This is a staircase that is, I want to say it's a fake staircase, but it's not. It just doesn't go to anything.
Leads to the great beyond up there.
The great beyond, that is right. So this is our hallway. As you can see, got some family photos and some other stuff. And we shoot, I would say the majority of our scenes are in the kitchen. A non-working fridge with actually, look at that, nothing in it. Tyler has a drawer in this kitchen that he hides his stuff in. I also have a drawer in this kitchen that I hide my stuff in. And I have a candy stash. I have a note saying, Bitsy stuff, please leave in the drawer. More candy, hand sanitizer, eye drops, water, sides, hair things, my phone.
It's like a freshman locker.
Yeah, do it. Let's go into what was formerly Martha Kent's bedroom, but is now Lois's office.
Personally, this is my favorite room in the house. I think it has just the coolest amount of stuff around.
There's a really cute family photo over here. If I had to pick something that I wanted to take home from set, other than my candy in my candy drawer, it would be this photo.
One thing I would take home is this little old camera. This old brownie camera. It's really cool. I'm always constantly fidgeting with it and having to memorize exactly where it was so that I don't ruin everything.
Dining room scenes, I would say we shoot most of our eating scenes in the kitchen. But we've had some stuff in here. Out the window, I remember when I first started shooting on Grimm, I was like, oh, it's so cool. There's these crazy large photographs that get changed according to time of day. The exterior of the farmhouse is totally separate, and we shoot all the exterior scenes there. Anything interior is on our stages. We also shoot a lot in the living room. This was one of my favorite scenes, which was the big paint fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was really fun.
So sometimes during lunch, I come here and I play piano to unwind. And a lot of the crew kind of joins in and whatnot, and people start singing along. So, you know, a lot of people have fun in this little room when we're not exactly working as well. You know, it's fun.
My talented son, everyone. The boys' bedrooms are on another stage, so because again, the upstairs is to the great beyond. And then there's a porch that wraps around, but we typically shoot the porch scenes outside on the exterior farmhouse set. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this tour of the Kent house.
We hope you join us for the rest of season 2 and the beyond. And thanks for watching. While we're happy for another season of our show, we're also sad that it's almost time to say farewell to Supergirl. The series is in its 6th and final season. I donned the cape as Superman for the first time on Supergirl, so it has a special place in my heart, and it is bittersweet to say farewell to my on-screen cousin and friend, Melissa Benoist, as Supergirl.
Supergirl reminds us that we are all powerful and strong. The challenge is realizing our own potential.
Just would have been better.
Right
it would
now,
just would have.
The cast of Supergirl, including Supergirl herself, Melissa
show
Benoist,
needed to be a
have
lot
gathered
better
to
than it
chat
was.
about the show and share their favorite memories over the past 6 seasons. Let's listen in.
Hi, everybody. It's Melissa Benoist, and I'm here on the set.
Hey, Chase,
of
it's no problem, man.
With some of
Is everything,
Amazing co-stars on
as
the
a
show.
viewer, does everything look good to you? I just want to make sure I have everything down pat. Because I think I have everything right, like the audio and everything.
We're going to take a fond look back at the last 6 years of the show. Please join us. I mean, it's changed my life, this show. It's been a joy, and seeing the way that this canon and the mythology affects people and young girls and the people that look up to our characters, it's very meaningful. Yeah.
I would say that, because I wasn't originally cast as the Martian Manhunter, I was actually just cast as Hank. And it was only after the pilot that I was made the Martian Manhunter. I can remember going home with a pile of Martian Manhunter comics and just reading all of them and thinking, this guy is awesome. Wow. So I was just really excited to suddenly get this brand new character and fall into this whole story arc, which has really been great for me. And I've really enjoyed not just playing the character, but meeting all these fabulous people and also learning to directing on the show as well. So it's really been, for me, sort of it's been money. It's been money.
My favorite scene is the scene where Staz and Melissa do karaoke and sing Africa. I think it's magical, and I watch it on repeat. I love it so much.
They sounded beautiful.
It
was
a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. And, both of us come from, like, a musical background, so it's really nice to, at any point, get to kind of find a way to kind of combine all the mediums of art. So it was really fun. I really liked it.
My favorite scene that we ever did is in my favorite episode. And it was Slaver's Moon. In the quarry, things were, it was pouring rain.
Let's hope this thing works.
It was Kevin Smith's first episode, and he ordered like
The
a
bacon truck.
Bacon truck. So all of us were just eating like,
Bacon wrapped bacon.
bacon wrapped bacon bread with like cheese and bacon goodness.
And it was pouring rain.
Pouring rain. We were playing games in a random school bus, and then
That episode was sort of Star Wars-y.
it was so Star Warsy, and it was like a buddy adventure.
Planet 51 Arc B. That's Maldoria.
People that were there, the aliens, what were they called?
Slaving is a big business on Maldoria.
Maldoria.
Of course you remember. In season 2, I had to eat 10.
It's going
pancakes
okay.
at
There have been a
once.
few.
Thank you.
There haven't really been any like surprise announcements. We've just gotten a few. Gotten a few trailers. We got. They gave us a little sneak, tiny sneak peek of Black Adam. They gave us some behind the scenes of Aquaman 2. We got a full trailer for the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League game.
My jaw went like.
You just saw we got some information about Superman and Lois season 2. And then we got a full trailer for Peacemaker too. So
season, and I was like, maybe I'll eat the whole.
we've got a
pizza, and someone
few
was like,
like
"Chris
a
already
few
did that."
of that kind of stuff. No
We do
huge
have
like
a
announcements
fantastic
though.
Stunt team. Give it up for Simon McBurney, and just the whole team have just been really, really fantastic.
The craziest day I've had stunt-wise was on the green screen in the wires, and me in the harness hanging. And I was with Tyler Hoechlin playing Superman, and he was like, I'm good. And I called it, and I was like, I'm done, and I walked off set like this. I couldn't walk.
Hard work,
hard.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It is fun when you're being carried by Supergirl.
That was carried.
I've been carried by Supergirl.
It's lovely.
Twice.
It's quite comfortable.
Twice. It's hilarious. I'm like, come on, guys.
I think for me, one of the funniest things that we did was cloth magic. Has that made it into the world yet?
Yeah,
it has.
Yeah, no, it has.
Can I get context? I don't even know what cloth magic is.
Cloth Magic is a spin-off show that never quite happened.
Basically, we would just put either of their capes up, and then pull them down, and something would happen behind them.
Matt Barham, who plays Mitch on the show, who is hilarious. He's so funny.
Hold on to your jeggings, sister. You've got company.
He had this one line where he makes an entrance and is just like, basically, ... Oh, sorry, what's Lex Luthor doing here? But every single take, he would be like, I just tried a milkshake for the first time. Oh, sorry, sorry, I got a parking ticket on this. It was just like, and I would like be like looking at Lex with like my eyes watering, and then I would turn around and just break.
What I think is the funniest moments are anytime David forgets his line on set.
That's the best.
He's directing an episode, and he's also in the scene, but forgets that he has the first line of the scene. So if you know David, the way he directs is there's a lot of energy, so he'll be like, all right, that's it, keep that energy, all right, and action. Line.
All right, awesome, man. Thank you.
I get a lot of letters from girls saying that they, until they saw Lena Luthor on TV, they didn't think it was okay for girls to be studying science. And there's a lot of girls who are like, and I'm now in my 4th year in engineering, and I have you to thank for that, and the show to thank for that. And it's such a small thing, it seems like, but that's the beginning of a whole new life for them that they didn't think was possible because of watching the show. Yeah.
There was a little girl who is actually a daughter of one of our crew members who, when she met me, she went, I have a question. Is your belt attached to your skirt or your shirt? No, it's Liston's daughter. She just can't say her O's yet.
Which one was it attached to?
It's not. What's the
But actually, now I really want to know. Answer that question.
It wasn't attached to anything. Whoa! Yeah.
Cloth magic. It was a floating bell.
Okay, so when are we gonna get to
I wore
announcements?
so many belts on this show that were like top sticked to pants that had no belt loops.
No offense, I'm not interested in the Supergirl cast hanging out and talking about their experience on the show. I don't care.
We had a great moment. We did a Comic-Con in Chicago, and
I literally
we
do
had
not give a single
the
flying
line
fuck
for
about any
people
of
to come
this.
through and get autographs and whatnot. And there was a family. This woman came through with her 2 daughters, and one was, you know, her biological daughter, and then the other was adopted.
Yeah.
And it was such a wonderful moment because they looked at the both of us just saying, you embody exactly like what we have in our house, and we don't ever get to see that. And to see like a healthy family dynamic like that, especially, you know, and the young girl said, like, me being adopted, coming to the family, feeling like I was, like I belonged. It meant so much. That I remember was really, really special.
I feel like we have to talk about when you meet small children who think that you're really a superhero and think that all of your powers and everything you do is real. And then getting to navigate the conversation, they're like, I just talked to a little girl on set a little while ago, and she was like, make a shield. Do it. And I was like, I can't. And she's like, why? I'm tired because I'm Dreamer.
It gets sticky for me because then they'll watch me jump and then just fall back to the ground. Like, I have to jump.
Oh my God, I don't care about any of this.
Very special people, and I think I'll miss you guys the most.
Oh my God.
Like you said, the collaboration is really great, and it's, yeah, I think the friendships is what you miss.
Even if it's hard sometimes here, like there's gonna be moments like 2 months from now, 3 months from now, you go, that's not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
And I can tell you straight up, like having been gone a year, you miss each other.
Yeah.
It has been lovely to work with a family, a real family type group of people that kind of support each other. That's been, I'll definitely miss that.
Yeah. And you know what? I do think I'll miss playing a superhero.
Yeah.
When enough time has gone by, and I'm, you know, I have some energy.
To Supergirl.
No, wait. To family. Love bonds us.
Oh.
To family.
To family.
Thank you, Superman!
Thank God that's over. That was embarrassing.
While it's sad to say goodbye, there's still so much to look forward to in the DC universe.
Including Stargirl. We've got a little end of the season teaser for you, so check it out now.
The show's already been going on. I didn't even know this was a thing.
To the shadows. With you.
Courtney! Grab my hand! Hold on! Court!
Where are we? You think that everything is black and white?
You are my greatest experiment.
Stay away from her!
Turn away from the darkness.
Hi, Courtney. You can't escape. I've hurt everyone you love. I've tortured your friends and your family. Do you want to play a game? Dr. Midnight?
What the hell am I even watching?
Looks amazing. Don't miss that special episode of Stargirl. There's just so much going on.
I don't even know who
Superman
Stargirl
universe.
is.
And just for you superfans, here is a very early look at the art of My Adventures with Superman, a brand new animated take on Lois, Clark, and Jimmy.
Guys, I'm just not a
that's currently
Superman
in production.
universe fan or whatever. I'm more of a Batman guy.
We are back with some more news from the world of Superman. Let's check in with DC publisher and Chief Creative Officer Jim Lee to see what's happening with Superman in comics right now.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying DC Fandom as much as I am. I'm here to share news about Krypton's favorite son, Kal-El, or as you may know him, Clark Kent, aka
Superman.
Right now in the pages of Action Comics and Superman, a major event on Warworld is building. The Warworld Saga, which promises to be the biggest Superman event since the death of Superman. After learning of an enslaved race with mysterious ties to Krypton, Superman leaves Earth behind and travels across the galaxy to dethrone Mongol and liberate the people on Warworld.
From writer Philip Kennedy Johnson and artist Daniel Semper.
Action Comics 1036, yes, 1036, is the first issue in the Warworld Saga and will be available at your local comic book shop on Tuesday, October 26th. This is a story you definitely don't want to miss. And since Earth still needs a Superman to protect it while Clark is off fighting for the people on Warworld, John Kent, the son of Clark and Lois Lane, has picked up the mantle of Superman here on Earth in Superman, Son of Kal-El, from writer Tom Taylor and artist John Timms. This is a different, younger Superman who's figuring out how he wants to fight for the future and who he is as a person. You may have recently heard the news that John Kent's relationship with reporter Jay Nakamura will be formalized as John comes out as bisexual in issue number 5, out in November. And we couldn't be prouder to tell this important story. We talk a lot about the power of the multiverse in DC storytelling, and this is an incredible example. We can have John Kent exploring his identity in the comics, as well as John Kent learning about the secrets of his family on TV in the Superman and Lois TV show on the CW. I have one more bit of Superman news to share first with you, the fans. We're excited to announce that to better reflect the storylines that we're telling across DC and to honor Superman's incredible legacy of over 80 years of building a better world, Superman's motto is evolving. Superman has long been a symbol of hope who inspires people, and it is that optimism and hope that powers him forward with this new mission statement. Truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Stay tuned for more DC Fandom news.
Why'd they change it? I guess because he encompasses more than just America.
Still to come, The Flash, Blue Beetle, and Injustice animated DC movie.
Okay, guys, let's make this a little interactive. Raise your hand if you have a soft spot for Superman. Same. But no matter how deep my admiration goes for the Man of Steel, I know someone who's even more of a Superman superfan. I'm talking about superstar, NFL great, Cam Newton. And get this, Cam found a way to incorporate his love of Superman with his passion for fashion. Here's the man himself with a special announcement.
What's going on, DC fam? Hey, I'm super excited to have partnered with the DC fam as well as my hat company, Mashika, to create Superman-inspired Mashika hat, and we're dropping it here at DC Fandom. The first time I encountered Superman had much of an impact of what morphed into my career as Superman. It was just the aura of knowing that you could do any and everything, you know, outside of, you know, kryptonite. You know, Superman doesn't have any flaws. He was just who he was. And I think for me as a person, that's what I would want people to know and to feel like, you know, he has good energy. He has, you know, great qualities about him. And I think that's why I train the way I train. That's why I prepare the way I prepare. That's the way I play the way I played, because it just embodied everything that I prepare for. Fashion means to me expressing yourself without having the ability to speak up for yourself at times. To incorporate that with Superman is something that words can't even explain, because in essence, we all have some type of superpowers, and we are a superhero in our own right. It's gonna be cool to see how we show the different sides of Superman in many different ways. I'm super excited to unveil my super exclusive, and that's big super, and that's a big exclusive, Superman-inspired Mashika hats. Take it away.
Thanks, Cam. And I admit, I'm a little jealous. I mean, who wouldn't want a customized Superman hat? Honestly, I'll be happy with some Superman underoos at this point. Remember those? Google it. Now, up next, we have a movie that stars one of the greatest duos of all time, Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. And of course, they are voicing the animated characters that will soon top the list of all-time DC faves. Let's meet Crypto the Superdog, Ace the Bat Hound.
Oh, it is animated. Oh, man.
DC League of Super Pets.
Come on. Aw. Man. It's like Pixar bullshit.
League of Super Pet. I love it. Perfect.
Hey! Pets, plural. You ever heard of a league with one dude in it? I have it.
Well, they say I'm in a league of my own.
Oh, you're in a league of your own, all right. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody as messed up as you.
Next summer, Dwayne Johnson as Crypto. Kevin Hart as Ace.
Ace the Bat Hound?
How much did you have to drink?
Okay, how adorable does that movie look? I can't wait to see the trailer when it arrives. And I can totally relate. I mean,
I'll watch it, but I want a
a
live action.
Is a super pet. Am I right? Well, some of you out there took that notion one step further by creating a superhero look for your fur baby. It's canine or cat cosplay, and I am so here for it. All right, let's see your League of Super Pets.
Oh. puppy. Batman?
That was so
Thank
much
you.
fun.
Come on.
And with Halloween just around the corner, hopefully you guys got some pretty good costume ideas for you and your furry family members. So stay with us for more UGC, including some pretty cool human cosplay and impressive fan art, also by humans. Now, there's some true talent out there. Next up, you've got me, Gino Killiamore, smack dab in the middle of this exciting global event for DC superfans to tell you that the excitement continues right now and with a familiar face, or should I say voice. Listen up.
Kevin Conroy?
Hey, it's Matt Bomer. I'm one of the lucky few actors who've had the honor of voicing the legendary...
Oh, it's still Superman?
You might remember me from the hit 2013 animated film, Superman Unbound. I'd like to think that Superman represents the qualities that are the best in all of us. Truth, honor, hope, family, whether it's the one you're born into or the one you find. Someone who's there to look out for us, and someone who sees all of us as equals. I also had the opportunity to voice the Flash in Justice Society World War II, which premiered earlier this year. And because the DC multiverse is vast and constantly expanding, I'm lucky enough to play the awesome and complex hero Negative Man on DC's
Oh,
Doom
really?
Patrol. Here's a
I
sneak
didn't know
peek
that.
at what's coming up for the rest of this season.
There are mysterious things in this world that bear keeping an eye on. And in my death, I must now place that burden upon your shoulders.
Arrival imminent.
Come on, Kay. How am I supposed to fix this alone?
My tech is part of who I am.
It's got nothing to do with who you are.
I think there's something he needs to show me.
I want to be a better person. What am I doing?
She must be eliminated.
We appear to be dead. Something very ugly is set to occur, and it needs to be stopped. Who is the Sisterhood of Dada? Insidious, cutthroat terrorists.
How does this crap keep happening to us?
We're all the way through the looking glass now.
Whoa.
There's no turning back.
There's something weird going on with you.
Something weird going on with you.
Why am I here?
They are coming for us.
When one expels a parasite, there is really only one reasonable response.
Give it a name?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yo, DC fans!
Hello! I'm April Bowlby.
My name is Michelle Gomez.
It's your boy Javan Wade.
I'm Diane Guerrero.
I am thrilled to be a part of the DC universe.
Things are gonna get very exciting.
With the new 4th season.
Of Doom Patrol.
Did I say 4th?
4th season.
Yes, I said 4.
Celebrate with us by watching the first 3 seasons.
Out on HBO Max as of now.
Things are about to heat up. Boo? Yeah.
If you haven't seen Doom Patrol yet, hopefully that teaser intrigued you. I mean, it's such a cool and quirky and totally unpredictable series. I absolutely love it. And I'm super excited to see how this season wraps up. Now, speaking of wrapping up, we've got the season of gift giving just around the corner. Now, have you started your shopping yet? God knows I haven't. Or maybe, you want to get something for yourself, a new t-shirt or a hat or both. Just complete the look. Don't forget to check out shop.dccomics.com for all kinds of merchandise and collectibles. In fact, I do believe we're having a flash sale right now. Check it out.
Greetings, DC Fandome and Domers.
What the hell is he wearing?
Ezra Miller here, live from the set of The Flash. It looks like this. We're very excited to show you the movie, and we can't yet because we're still making it. We wanted to show you a teaser, but we can't because we don't have enough material to make a teaser yet. We can't make a trailer. But we do have this small sneak peek that my maestro Andy and I have put together that we really hope you'll enjoy. And I will see you in theaters later next year, or more importantly, you will see me.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere you want, right? Any timeline.
Is that
any universe?
Is that?
Why do you want to stay and fight to save this one? You change the future. And you change the past.
Oh my god, that suit.
Are you in?
Let's go! Michael Keaton. Is that Michael Keaton's Batmobile?
Hey DC Fandome, this is John Ridley, and I'm here to talk about the other history of the DC Universe. What is the other history of the DC Universe? For me, honestly, it's a couple of things. Part of it, as the title indicates, it really is about otherization. It's about people who have been traditionally on the margins in real life and storytelling, but have been there through history. The history of the DC Universe have, in many ways, been part of the fabric of the DC Universe, but their stories haven't always fully been told, and not necessarily also been told by individuals who have a lived experience that mirrors those individuals. You know, when I was growing up, like a lot of folks who read, part of being a fan is really filling in the spaces between the pages or between the issues. And what would have Diana, what would Bruce, what would Clark, what would they have done, you know, in the quiet spaces? What would they have done between fighting crime? What would they have done between saving the universe? And there's just this natural thing, I think, for fans to want to continue that thought, to want to continue that storytelling. And I think certainly for an individual like myself, when I was growing up, at least, it was still pretty rare to see people of color at the center of stories, to see them fully rendered, to see things, again, that felt like they had a lived experience. So a lot of the other history of the DC Universe is really my history of the DC Universe. Ooh. And things that I thought and things that I felt and things that sometimes I literally imagined about stories, but became part of the universe that I knew and that I carried with me for years. To me, they're some of the most interesting characters. All of those characters, Black Lightning, Mal and Karen, who were the Guardian or Herald, and Bumblebee, Tatsuya Yamashiro, who is Katana, Renee, The Question, and Anissa Pierce, who is Jefferson's daughter. It was important for a couple of reasons. I think that they are amazing defining DC characters. When you look back on the history of DC, almost every one of those characters has really transformed the landscape, transformed the narrative, and have been iconic. Mal and Karen, their journey is just two young people, a young couple of color who are in love and committed. I mean, when that came out in the late 1970s, early 1980s, even without trying, the message that was sent with those two characters, young, committed couple of color, was powerful. Renee, her journey from being a beat cop back in Batman the Animated Series to now being the commissioner in Gotham City is an extraordinary journey. Jefferson Pierce, the first Black character in the DC Universe to have his own series that he fronted. Characters that I really cared about, stories that I remembered, characters that had, to me, great lineage. Those were characters that I wanted to take a deep dive into.
And now for some news on the Sandman. We are thrilled to reveal the first look of the incredible Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer. Based on the comic book series created for DC by Neil Gaiman, the Sandman follows the people and places affected by Morpheus, the Dream King, as he mends the cosmic and human mistakes he's made during his vast existence. Look out for the series coming soon to Netflix.
Coming up, a surprise cast reunion, Gotham Knights, and Batwoman.
Injustice.
I'd like to take a moment to personally thank Warner Brothers Home Entertainment for bringing Injustice to the small screen. Now, as you probably know since you're a super fan like I am, Injustice the film was inspired by the Injustice video game and subsequent comic series written by Tom Taylor. That means you can expect all the hardcore, action-packed excitement in this animated film version. But I gotta say, and I gotta apologize in advance to all the kids out there, this one is for adults only. I know, where's the justice in that? But then again, that's why they called it Injustice, right? So here's more.
I'm pulling the best joke ever. It'll be my masterpiece.
11 million dead.
Injustice. DC's most powerful heroes and villains learn that the weight of the world can either inspire one to rise victorious or be crushed asunder.
You'll throw away everything the Justice League stands for. Everything you stand for.
Superman can make a perfect world.
Oh, so now he's God. This tragedy of gods and humans, locked in battle over ideological and philosophical differences, transcends artistic media as the amazing franchise of Injustice has gone from video game to comic book series to a new pulse-pounding animated film.
You mean comic book series to video
All
game?
hostilities will stop.
I think the comic was
Or I will
first.
stop them. The laws of Superman will not be the laws of Atlantis.
If we continue on
I
this
think.
path, we go from policing to occupying to jailing, then becoming tyrants.
Or justice is finally done.
Injustice Gods Among Us, and Injustice 2, allowed for players to choose their champion and test their mettle against DC's greatest pantheon of heroes and villains.
I know you won't step aside, but you're not going to stop us.
You saw how prepared Father was. He has plans for all of us. You need allies.
This visceral and exciting fighting game was the impetus for the Injustice saga to continue in a jaw-dropping comic book series, expanding the electrifying and at times terrifying battle between Superman's regime and Batman's insurgency.
Any hero that doesn't pledge loyalty to the Justice League will be considered a fugitive.
Now this universe can be experienced as a full-length animated feature film, as Injustice will bring to life the thrills, intrigue, and drama fans should expect from this Hallmark adventure.
How many people, husbands, wives, and children will you kill for peace?
Can we forgive Earth's greatest adopted son for his crimes against humanity? This is Injustice. A world where tragedy, loss, and the fight for the greater good will change everything.
All right, we're going to take a deep dive into the world of Injustice. Joining me is NetherRealm Studios' Ed Boon, co-creator of the best-selling Injustice, Gods Among Us, and Injustice 2 video games, and creative consultant on the Injustice animated movie. And you'll recognize him from This Is Us and Smallville, the voice of Superman in Injustice, Justin Hartley. Guys, let's jump right in.
Let's
this
do it.
is so exciting that Injustice has now become an animated film. I got to ask you, Edwin, we were creating this franchise. I mean, you know,
I guess the game
comic
did come
book,
first.
the animated film, it started with the video game, which is so cool. But was that ever the original design?
No, as a matter of fact, it's always been backwards. The video game industry has done so many games based on movies or comic books or TV shows. And it's so cool to see it just done the opposite way, where the video game starts it
Oh,
and it
okay.
just spawns off comics, animated things. You know, this is one of the funnest parts about making a game, is seeing it kind of grow into something even bigger.
Justin, when you first heard about coming in and being Superman in this, what was your reaction?
Superman is the character that, you know, when you grow up as a little boy, that's who everybody wants to be Superman. And then when you get older, especially when you become an actor and you start to
I wanna
dissect
do
these characters that
Spider-Man.
you play, you go, my God, that's almost an impossible character to play. You know, how do you do something like that? Someone who has no flaws.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about that, which was what drew me to this character, because we find him in a place where he is flawed.
That's what I love about Injustice, Ed, is that you put your own spin on DC and these legendary characters. I gotta ask, when you were first kind of conceiving of this property, I mean, what was the genesis of the idea?
You know, our studio is NetherRealm. We're the Mortal Kombat team, right? We would use the term evil Superman, but it's a lot deeper than that. The story is, what would happen if Superman was the most powerful being in the universe, was taken to the breaking point?
And it sounds like that's part of what really appealed to you about this role, right?
Yeah,
This
yeah, of course, because it's, like you said, you know, we all have our you snap in traffic, you get home, you shoot your mouth up, you say something that you don't mean. What if you were Superman and you did that? And then it's like, oh God, this tidal wave is, I mean, this is just a never-ending, this could be the end
there's
of
no
everything.
backing out of it, too.
No.
He's just so committed into it.
And one thing I wanted to ask you about was the collaboration with Rick Morales on this, and you're a creative consultant for this, and I'm sure, you know, you have to strike a balance between knowing that this is an animated film, you know, you're coming from the video game world, but what was that collaboration like, and how much do you want to give the team creative liberties to build things versus, you know, being very authentic to the game story?
It's mainly focused on the comic books, but the catalyst of what happened that kind of really triggered Superman is featured in both the comics and the games. People who know and love Injustice will see new stuff. I was blown away at all the characters that they have in this thing. There's just so many. It's a great, like, DC fan service, really. You know, and it was so cool because we have these super moves in the game, and you see a couple of them in there. I just jumped out of my seat when I saw I don't want to give away again which one it was, but they have some of those kind of classic, iconic moments from the games in there. Again, they follow the story of the comics mainly, but the moments that they have from the games, you can tell that they specifically set out, let's recreate that scene, let's recreate those.
And you're Superman, what was your twist on it?
Honestly, the story was so rich. The story in the film is so rich, and it's pretty obvious what's happening as it's happening.
Yeah.
He's in a bad way.
Yeah. He's
and
really
so
in a bad way.
Yeah, so there's really no getting around that. You just kind of have to lean into that.
Yeah, the arguments between Superman and Batman, to me, that dynamic, you know, each having a point. Superman's probably a little bit over the top, but each having a point is such a great
the back and forth.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
Now you're gonna have to get a role in Mortal Kombat.
That's
or
it,
something,
right?
That
It's
likes
done.
the
I think
voice,
it's done,
right?
yeah.
This was the audition for MK or something. Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. The movie is incredible. You know, I'm a huge fan of Ed and all you've done with the games, and I love that this is such an authentic interpretation of the franchise. And Justin, you do a great job.
Thanks.
You know, focusing on Superman's story. So. Can't wait to watch it. It's coming out very soon. But right now, here's Anson Mount, the film's voice of Batman, with a first look at an all-new clip from Injustice.
Thanks, Jeff. The vast majority of superheroes and supervillains are born of a singular event in their lives that dramatically alters their physical or mental state, or both. Flash of lightning, an animal or insect bite, an untimely exposure to some form of radiation or substance, or the death of a loved one. As the ultimate invincible Boy Scout, Superman has always avoided such trappings, until the moment in this film clip which serves as the catalyst for the central plot in our film, Injustice. Let's take a look.
The Joker is no longer in Metropolis. He's stolen a submarine with Harley Quinn. They took Lois with them.
I see it. Batman, one of the warheads is missing.
Time to go, Harley. Good guys are coming and they tend to get punchy.
You're not going anywhere. Scarecrow's fear toxin, mixed with kryptonite particles. What did you do?
I'm pulling the best joke ever. It'll be my masterpiece.
Superman, stop. Whatever you're seeing, it's not real.
Brace yourself!
Injustice looks absolutely intense. Needless to say, I have my popcorn ready and I am warming up my favorite recliner. Now to another character, one who may be blue in color, but he'll surely brighten up your screen. Let's learn more about the Blue Beetle in our DC Spotlight.
Let's go!
Hey, DC Fandom. My name is Angel Manuel Soto, the director of Blue Beetle, and I'm super excited to be here. And with me, I got a couple friends.
Hi, I'm Untitled Chapter. I am the screenwriter of Blue Beetle.
Hey everyone, Shola Maridueña. I am Jaime Reyes. You might know him as Blue Beetle. I'm excited to be here for this panel, and we'll just hop right into it.
I am humbled and excited to be able to bring Blue Beetle to life.
It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be funny, it's gonna be crazy, but it also has feelings. It's all of those things, like Latin American people are all of those things, and the movie reflects that. This contains
Yeah, I kind of figured.
all of what's great about Blue Beetle, in my opinion, in a way that's very exciting, and that's only gonna get better and better as these guys take it away. The Scarab is one of the most powerful piece of technology in the universe that has made its way across eons and eons and eons and landed in front of Jaime Reyes.
The thing that I've loved the most about comic book series is that you see different versions of suits. Like you see like the metal version, and you see the flying suit version, and this and that. And I'm just so excited with each superhero movie. You have to one up each other. So I know for a fact that any of the other superheroes out there who think they have the best superhero suit, I'm calling you out for a rap battle. We got the best suit over here at Blue Beetle.